Hi everybody, Adam Steele here from Hot Pole Studios as per usual. Welcome. Today's video is a bit of a different one for me. You may have seen a couple of weeks ago that I did a live stream from Studio B where I was recreating an old song for a client. Where I was taking a song from an older gentleman who is no longer with us and recreating it for his daughter Jackie to be singing along. Now the time has come, we have now finished the song. The song's called Doin Alright. It's got a proper kind of Tom Petty kind of vibe. And so I'll talk you through what we did and we'll hear from Jackie herself and the situation.
I'm here today, Adam. It was a thought I had a few months ago. My dad passed away in July from a short illness, although it was quite unexpected at the time. And this song was an original of my dad's, who was very, very, very into his music. Always was from being a young boy. And he wrote this song called Doin Alright in 1985 he wrote it. So I'd have been 7. And the song it's always meant a lot to me, Adam. It was on a tape that I've got from being younger, and he also sang this song at my wedding with my husband's band. My husband has his own band, just that, you know, he does it as a hobby really. And my dad sang with that band, Doin Alright at my wedding. Absolutely. So I had a tape. I've only got 2 copies of the tape. One copy I daren't go near it because if that gets damaged, it's gone. So I had the one I sent you was a copy of it. So I just recorded it off my phone in a tape machine that I bought, and was very fortunate because it didn't go crinkly too soon. So we managed to just get it and send it in to Liam, who very kindly sent it to Adam, who agreed to re-record the song for me. So, like I said, thank you. This is for me, but ultimately it's for my dad, and it's for George, and it's for my boys, Bobby and Tommy. So, yeah. So thank you for doing the work. You've done an amazing job.
I've got something to say out loud. I've seen the light, and I'm doing alright. Doing alright. All those times, all those long, lonely nights.
How I knew it wasn't right to be on my own, no, but since you've been here, time's up.
So yeah, doing something like this as a project for me is all about breaking it down into stages. Get the original material, break it down into arrangement sections, find out your key, your tempo, are there any major changes, like there was that middle 8 section there which went to F and C rather than the A that most of the song was in. So that needed properly transcribing. And then get something down, anything, then kind of layer over that with better quality instruments and takes once you've got the arrangement down. Of course, then I muted the original guitar that I had bashed away at. One thought I had was to record what I was doing over the top of one of the original performances, and I decided against that for a couple of reasons. Firstly, the acoustic performance was completely without any sort of tempo map or anything like that, so it would have been quite a free time, which means that trying to get a drum pattern to match up with that would have been an absolute nightmare. The other thing with the cassette was that cassette transfers are notoriously unreliable. The tape speed was all over the show, and especially at the end of the song, it sounded like this.
In the light, and I'm doing alright.
Which is not great. So it was a case of take the ideas from the originals and recreate it completely from nothing with my own designated tempo and all that kind of thing. At the end as well, the drum loop, I then chopped it and put some features in there and changed it to be more of a drum performance. If we were to redo this on what I would call a bigger budget production, I would then hire in a session drummer, give them this as the demo and go, this is roughly what I'm thinking, there you go. But as it is, we're happy with it and it is done. So there you go. And so I didn't film Jackie while she was in our vocal booth because that would have been an extra layer of pressure on top. But I'll talk you through what we did. If you didn't see the live stream, what we did is we had a transfer of a cassette tape of the original song, and we were also fortunate enough to have a video of the original artist performing, which was great, which meant that between the two of them, I could work out what key the song was in, a rough tempo, then work out sections and what sections went where, work out the chord structure for each section. And the way that I did that was to take just a rough guitar sound and kind of bash out each section, rather ungracefully, I might add. But the point there was not for that to be a final recording, but for me to have a skeleton structure in Reaper with markers. We also had a basic drum loop at that point, so from there I could then add the bass. I then went back in Studio B with an electric guitar with a relatively clean sound, and re-recorded a left and a right side of guitars to go on there, which was enough to bring into Studio A. So when Jackie arrived, she was really happy with what we had so far, and then what I wanted to do at that point was go through it with her, talk about the song and the lyrics. And so from there, we then recorded the main vocal. It took a few takes. We got a little bit picky with redoing certain sections, but Jackie's not a professional singer. This was very much for personal enjoyment and personal satisfaction, which is great. And so from there, I felt like the song was a bit too rock. I had always intended to record an acoustic guitar, but rather than go through the process of having a whole kind of separate live room control room setup, I actually recorded the acoustics in here, in this chair. Jackie was sat opposite me on the sofa over there, and I got the Lewitt Audio 940 Authentica valve mic, which is a very nice microphone, and I put it in what we call the vanilla position, which is exactly 12 inches in front of the guitar, pointing at the 12th fret. If you imagine a bubble coming out of the microphone, for where the sound kind of comes from based on the polar pattern, that captures pretty much all of the guitar quite balanced. A lot of people think if you've not recorded a guitar before that you might want to put a microphone near the kind of the sound hole, but that is not a very good idea because that's not where the noise comes from. That's where kind of the bass reflex comes from, and that's what makes it sound full. If you focus the microphone on that, you get kind of a big woofy kind of muddy sound. So by having it in a general place, I would have been sat here playing, as you'll see in this shot. Then that's how we did that. So we added that on top, pulled a mix together, and the final song sounds like this.
On my own. Don't sit around and dream your life away. You know it's up to you, so make your play, then you can say, hey, I'm doing alright. Now that I found you, can't stop thinking about you. Feel like I've known you forever. Gonna build my whole world around you now. 'Cause I've seen the light, and I'm doing alright. Yeah, I'm doing alright. But since we lost him in July, well, we didn't lose him because he always says always, so he's always in my heart. Bit cheesy, but yeah, I struggled with it, and I do still struggle because 3 weeks prior to losing my dad, I lost my stepson. Again, that was unexpected. He was 13. And he had leukemia. Thankfully, we were given the wrong prognosis. We had no idea he was going to pass away until he did. So it's been tough, really. I have my own health issues that we've trying to deal with over the last couple of years. I was diagnosed with secondary breast cancer last January, January 2020, just before we went into lockdown. So it's been, for everybody, it's been a tough couple of years. And I think a lot of people are looking at me sort of thinking, I don't really know how she's doing this or what she's running on. And I don't, to be honest, I don't know what I'm running on myself either, but not sadness and not negativity. It's about living, it's living. And this is why this song is so perfect for me at the moment, because I am doing all right. And this is to really let everybody know, but ultimately I'm doing it for my dad's memory. He'd probably cringe. He'd probably roll his eyes up and just think, oh, but, I am very much like my dad. But I'm not as shy. I just wish I had as good a voice as my dad. But I hope I've done him proud. And I can't thank you enough for giving me this opportunity, Adam. So thank you, and to Liam as well.
Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoy this. I certainly did. There's going to be more production stuff on the channel. Recently there was an entire weekend of producing an old school punk band. There will be more bands in the studio doing live broadcasts in the future, now that COVID restrictions aren't quite what they were, and we now have the whole live broadcast set up ready to go, as you can see there. So everything's pretty much up to ready to go. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you everybody. Hit the like button, subscribe, share with your friends, ask us questions in the comments, please do. Anything you want to know, let me know, and I'll see you all in the next video. See you later. Hey everyone, that might be the end of the video, but if you fancy carrying on this conversation, we have a Discord server, link is in the description. We're also on Patreon, which is something you can really help us with. We also are on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Hop Hole Studios. See you there.